day for my neighbors. They had a dime, they lost to some swine. It's not a neighborhood day in my Horrorwood. My neighbors are so full of horrors. They had a crime that could have been mine. I am always wanted in every single hood, just like you. I've never wanted to live in a hood. How about you? So let's deal together with the garbage in a positive way. Since we're together, you're an accomplice today. You got a dime, I got some time. Let's plan a crime. And don't you freeze, please don't you freeze. But if you're caught by the police, I ain't your neighbor. Hello, neighbors and future friends, followers, whatever you, leaders, good time folk, checking something out for the first time. It's okay, because somebody's doing something for the first time. Where's this? Gotta put this back down here. And adjust the there we go. Sit down and relax and see what's going on in the neighborhood. We got to do some good, bad, and uglies of what's going on in our neighborhoods. Well, I guess good is I could sell stuff. Nah, you guys want to hear stuff. So let's talk about the GamesTOP. It's so awesome. I love robbery, man. And they're calling it robbery. I don't consider it robbery. It's the same thing they've been doing to you guys forever. I won't play your game. I don't get into the stock market like that. It just seems so awesome that you guys are rocking the hell out of them. Keep it up. Keep it up. Do not sell your stuff, man. Don't get rid of it ever. Hold on to that for dear life. And here's why. We have to start dictating what has value. Games and sitting around has always been a valuable thing. Maybe folks don't agree with it and don't like it, but they don't see it. So it doesn't ever mean that they can dictate what it means to us. GameStop's sitting in a freaking precipice right now with all these guys making the money. The company could literally do what they should have done a long time ago. Diversify. Switch some of this stuff up. You have a store that is a GameStop as soon as you walk through, and then an awesome magical door that enters into Game Start, where there's like an arcade, but it's totally like, your imagination is the limit of what it can be. I know what it is to me. It's awesome. Old school games where you climb in kind of stuff, and some of the new ones where you sit in and ride. I mean, it would be so simple that you could easily get people to come through there and roll through. And as they go through and are playing all the games, we clean them up as they go right behind them. It's easy, easy, easy to keep GameStop around forever. And we need stuff like that. We lost Blockbuster. I loved renting games at Blockbuster. Oh, saved you on buying them. You can finish it in the weekend, especially with your bros and some... yeah, what the hell? The 5 Bs, man. Your bros, your bud, your beer, booty, and then, that's a secret. I gotta keep some stuff hidden to myself. And for the live show, because I decided to change up what I do, and I'm gonna start becoming a touring comedian. Doing around local and parties is fun, but, I want to travel some. Yeah, it's not always going to be this mask. It's going to be different ones periodically. Every day, it should be something new. I'm hoping, but every once in a while, like yesterday. I wasn't actually going to make one on a Monday. I was going to make it. It's just, it shocked the hell out of me. I still couldn't deal with it. Like, I've had kids. I don't even understand how anyone could justify pepper spraying a 9-year-old. Like, I've had rambunctious kids. I've seen some children with disabilities that are superhuman strength, and I could still easily deal with them without hurting them. You don't restrict them so that they break a bone or a muscle or any of that stuff. You just play and calm them, and holy crap, biological warfare, chemical warfare, oh, the warfare. There's no care. A lot of care is disappearing. Yeah, I'm bad for it too. I do, on occasion, all the time, say names, call names. I point fingers. I call people out on their garbage. And if they're labeled something by me, you could guarantee I've done my due diligence to make sure they are that. I wouldn't do that to you, any of you. So you're not my neighbors, but at the same time, right now you are. So welcome to Mr. Robin, your son's neighborhood. I had to do some kind of clicky little things here and there to make some comedy and some fun at the same time. And Mr. Robertson always taught us something. So here's what I would like to teach everybody. Hold on to your GameStop. Don't get rid of that thing. It can be so expanded. Now what we got to do is we got to start thinking about the things that are going under and how you can bring them into the GameStop world. Bowling. I don't want to ever hear anyone say that's coming into the GameStop world. I know that the neon bowling and all that stuff can be fun for some, but the square space that's wasted on bowling when you have video game systems for more than a decade, man, that you do in your living room. If you can do it in-house, you can't. Well, you can. I guess there could always be one or two, because you got to have the good one and the bad one, right? But it's not an industry that's going to thrive. I could easily see that one going down. So watch your little hedgy boys there. Make sure they ain't making moves and killing the friggin' bowling industry. But at the same time, GameStop, you guys are technologically advanced gaming. Let's keep it that way. You guys keep driving this up. Keep it going. I'm never going to invest in it. Sorry. I don't do the markets. I don't like giving people my money, and I don't trust any of you on either side. I'd rather burn it away, give it to people, watch them. Best interest I ever made was $100 I gave to somebody when I was 20 years old, and he's never given it back. The interest alone's millions. The time he gives me is worth way more than that. It's pretty awesome. So we got to start thinking of our world that way and looking at it that way. And when you have something that they're going to bet against, take a look at it. Are they killing yet another one of our blockbusters? Are they after our GameStop? What are they after next? What other fun things do we get? We get so many of these masks. No, they're after plastic. The heck? If I keep this, and this one in particular, I've worn it for 5-6 years now. Smunched on the one side. Doesn't fit right. Got a broken piece on. Yeah, it's just, it still works. It's plastic. It's going to be around forever as long as I take care of it. Don't mess it up. Got a long life ahead of me with this. Whereas, how many washes is this mask? So we got to figure out what we're doing. As far as Wall Street goes and what they're doing out there, it's phenomenal. The bad thing with them stopping, I'm glad you guys all jumped on a class action. Give them shit. The big thing, we gotta keep an eye out. Who's selling, who's keeping. These are medals of honor, gentlemen, which you have here. This is old world scalps, ears, whatever thing you decided to save from somebody. This is it. This is that trophy. Sure, you can cash it in, get your money. Maybe even just do a little bit of it if you're going to do it. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. I could see that. I could understand that. If you get rid of it all, it really meant nothing. We got to keep these things going. This is not just a one-time thing. We got to keep our eyes open. Everybody's got to talk about what's going to be coming next. Who is our next objective, you know? There are so many countries and companies to look at, and so many more of us that work at all of them. If we get these inside tracks and we find our ways to get through this, we can just drop them. They're not going to vote themselves poor. We have to take it from them and do it in a good way, like you did with GameStop. Billions overnight. Pretty fine. I'm very proud of all of you for everything you've done. Anyone that's ever bought a single share in this whole Wall Street revolution, you deserve to take a picture of that, put it on your wall. That is your degree. You just got a journeyman certificate in jerk off. No, that's not right. Jerk off the jerks? No, that means you're doing what they piss off the jerks. Yeah, that's good. No. Out jerk the jerks. Yeah, that's about it. Out jerk the jerks. Way to out jerk them. I jerk it all the time. No one's around, so I'm not really out jerking anybody other than myself. My own day record from yesterday. Anyway, we'll move on. Onward and upward. I want to do at least a little good, bad, and ugly of something every day, where we can see, with everything going on. I don't even know if I want to touch it. Yeah, what the hell. New watch the wall. I don't even know why I wrote that, but I'm looking here. I got my, where it is, know it all. Nope, I didn't have it here. Did have a report recently. Biden's doing a switch on the wall, and I'm hoping it's for good, but I don't see it now. Wow, son of a bitch. Ain't that the shit? Oh well. Oh, FBI agent's dead. I love when breaking stuff comes up while I'm sitting here trying to record something. Like, I never seen. And who's this in? Oh, I hate when you get stuck with something and it has a headline but no real, and then you click it and sure enough, it's friggin' Fox. I don't even listen to them anymore. It's a waste of time. They're just gonna. I just wait for any of my friends who actually listen to them to come to me with the idiotic ideas and places and stories, and I usually put them in their place. Prove to me, or I grab my phone and I just hit the Google real quick. Google it. Biden wall reversal.
Here's what I found on the web.
Oh, there we go. Bloomberg. Perfect. Reverse wall travel ban. Oh, okay. Halts wall construction. Perfect. That was just one of them things he did when he first got in. Why are they talking about it now? Why did I have that in my mind? Maybe I'm just happy they stopped the construction. I did hear that. And I kind of made a joke about it, that if people really give a crap about freaking borders and helping people get across them, why have I not come across anyone who had what me and my friends had back in the day? Border property. We built little cabins, little lean-tos hidden in the trees, right on the border. You could build one heck of a facility on a border if you had money, and run it with people on each side that are total, helpful, kind, caring people that speak every language and understand everything that is possible with getting them into Canada. Because as much as you're a great country, U.S., we're above you a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't mean it like that, like we're better as a people or as a country. We're above you. On a map, we're just a little bit above you. And with global warming, it seems better to get closer to the cold spot. Yeah. Head north. Fight global warming. Come north. Yeah, that's what I meant. So don't go all freaky deaky and get all, I'm an anti-American. Because as much as I'm a Canadian, I love some of the things of America. And it is great. It's not a make it great. It's always been great. It's great that nowadays it's so easy to see what's going on. You don't have to guess. There's no guesswork in who's pro-people and who's pro-power. And it's not even always their power. It's someone else's power. The idea last year and, well, in January of this year was that nothing mattered except for Trump and his power and his people. And they had this mindset that it didn't matter who said what. or how many stood against them, they will become victorious. That is, by all means, and any explanation and derivative of anything, that's a cult. And cults get a bad name, you know, and so do narcissists. They say don't you overuse narcissist anymore because it belittles what a real Trump narcissistic person is. And if you call all of his followers narcissists, well, no, you can't. First of all, a narcissist would not follow anyone. Narcissists lead, they don't follow. So you can't keep calling everybody a narcissist, especially if they're a Trump fan. Call them a racist, bigot, whatever, imperialist, dog. Find funny names, have fun with them. I like lumping them into one as lumpers. They're lumpers. Now, in a lot of words and in a lot of worlds, words mean so many different things. A lumper. For me nowadays, I use it as a stupid, dumb, not thinking, just a body that moves and does stuff. That's a lumper. Now, in certain areas, you have, well, this is narrowed down with what I've worked and I've seen lumpers. A lumper is someone who actually hand bombs and uses everything out of a trailer, tractor trailer. So a transport lumper. You have post office lumpers, people who group into areas for, you know what I mean? There's a lot of lumpers. So it's kind of one of those things. You can agree with me that we can start calling them lumpers, or you don't. But it's time true that a lumper don't stay a lumper for long if they actually think. And they are kind and work hard and they do all those things. When they do those extra things that make them not a lumper, they end up moving up and becoming something other than a lumper. Okay, so off with the lumpers. Fuck, how long have I been doing this for? And if I swear I don't get kid ratings, oh well. Too bad, little kiddies. Maybe this is safe for you. Or maybe I'll just push it through and see if they go, no, you had a swear word in there and you grouped it as this and get in trouble. I like to get in trouble at least once. If you don't try things and test the boundaries in a safe and, like, I'm not going to spend every sentence swearing and degrading and belittling and all those nasty things. But I will swear on occasion. It'll drop in. It's not intentional. It's probably because I'm not planning anything. This is, I had original Post-its up so I could remember that theme song that I want to start learning and singing. And I always liked Mr.Rogers. And as much as I liked him as a kid, as a teenager, there was nothing better than Mr. Robertson. He was the epitome. Oh, I'm going to give it a shot. Narcissist. Oh, I love being able to say stuff about myself. One of my favorite things in life, and this is something I'll probably say every video at one point or another. Ignorance is bliss. And I am semi-retarded, so happy day every day. I've told people this a lot, and only once in my life did somebody in Winnipeg, Canada, tell me I can't say that word. I can't use that word. And I spent about a minute and a half telling this cashier at a place, customers are right. So he's young, so he didn't understand customers always right. So I laid into him for about a minute and a half about all the things that I am. Oh, or have been. I might not be any of them. I'm something else right now. I'm a comedian and a YouTuber. Woo! But not a normal YouTuber. No. I am so amateur at this. I'm used to playing video games, plug and play consoles. The whole idea of computers to me is fascinating, but when me and my friends were around them, I'd fuck them up all the time, so they kind of pushed me off, and I became the roller and the picker-upper, the middleman. I was a middleman. I am a middleman, and I'm being the middleman for everyone here that hasn't bought. This is my, please buy. We're going to figure out what's going on. For now, it's AMC for sure. It's been a great, great studio. And GameStop. Keep on it. Don't stop. If I see it coming down, I might actually fucking buy into it. And we don't want that. No, I want to save up for the next one. We need to plan our next move. And our next move doesn't usually happen until they do. Because that's what people do. People don't go out to mess with other people. They see something happen and they get in on it. Now we know how to get in on it. When they launch that first strike, that first blow on that first stock, that's when we get in. Once we see that they're doing it, we just got to keep the eyes out there. And don't worry. There's, the stigma of being a narc when it comes to corporate business has never been there. So if they try to say don't narc, they're talking about narking on people. Hedge funds, corporations, they're not people. They're people at the top. Yes, there's people at the top. But when they act like we are so under them, they're not people anymore. People don't do that. You look at someone like, well, maybe it's my north of the side kind of training and upbringing and life that everyone has something different about them. And the idea of you looking at someone that's different and not liking it, it's kind of weird, man. It's like blowing a blow up doll of yourself. It's creepy, man. I've never understood it. Thank God for First Nations people of Canada. The Cromdale Caucasian will not understand white shit. Oh, swear again. Better cut it off. This has been fun. I did a little longer, and it's time to go smoke a big fatty, and maybe I'll come back and do another one. Thank you. Have a great day in your neighborhood.